Welcome to this twisty balancing vinyasa flow class. For this class, it can be useful to have a couple of blocks, especially if your hamstrings are on the tighter side, and also a blanket if you find discomfort when you place pressure on your knees on your mat. We're going to get straight into this today, yogis, so please begin standing at the top of your mat. I'll meet you there. Begin standing in Tadasana. Lift the hands up to prayer position in front of your chest. Take 3 deep breaths. In through your nose and slowly out through your nose. Deep breath in, applying some Ujjayi breath to your exhales, slight constriction on the exhale to make a soft ocean-like sound, slowing the breath down. One more please. Deep breath in. Ujjayi breath out. We'll begin some sun salutation ace. Circle your hands up, big breath in, look up, separate your feet to hip distance. Exhale, fold forwards. In this first round, we'll take a couple of extra breaths in each pose, and then we'll flow with it. In your fold forwards, if your legs feel a little bit stiff or tight, grab your blocks and put them underneath your fingertips. They can be at any height to help you feel a comfortable range in your forward fold. So some be high, middle, even low. If you're comfortable with your hands on the floor, of course you can do that. Feel like your tailbone is lifting, navel up, spine nice and long. One more breath here. Inhale, half lift. Hands up to knees or thighs. Shoulder blades slide onto your back. Keep the back of the neck long. Ribs hugging up too. Exhale, move your blocks. If you're using them, step back to a plank. Hands down, both feet to the back. Again, extra breaths in this round. Grip your hands nice and strong into the mat. Strong plank pose, arms straight. Shift forwards and think about your good chaturanga alignment. We'll lower the knees for this round. Navel stays lifted and strong in the abdomen. Shifting forwards, slowly descending. Elbows stay by your ribs and stacked over the wrists. Into a cobra pose. Tops of your feet press down. Elbows stay close. Roll your chest up, looking forwards or slightly down to keep the back of the neck long. Soften this down. Press your way up through a tabletop or plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. Deep breaths here, yogis. Lengthening your tail up to the sky. Push through your strong arms. Your hands at least shoulder distance apart in your down dog and your feet at least hip distance apart. Resist the urge to shorten it up too much. Keep your breath steady. It's good to have a little softness in your knees, especially if your legs feel tight today. Don't worry about getting your heels down. As you warm up in your practice, it might get a little bit more comfortable. One more deep breath. Good, looking forwards. Walk your way up to your hands. 1 or 2, many steps up to the top, doesn't matter how many. Lift up halfway, hands to thighs, shoulder blades squeeze onto your back. Keep your abdomen engaged and fold forwards. If you're using your blocks, they come back underneath your hands. Take an extra breath in your forward fold. Moving your blocks out to the sides. Oh, I'm sorry, keeping them where they are even. Bend your knees, circle your hands up, straighten out as you get upright. Looking up, hands to your heart. We'll flow a couple more rounds of Sun A with your breath. Inhale, circle up, look up. Exhale, fold forwards, hands to the blocks or the floor. Half lift, extend the chest forwards, tailbone back, shoulders on your back. Exhale, step back to plank. One big exhale, slowly lowering down through chaturanga. The knees can be up or down. Cobra pose, lift up your chest. Open into the front of your body. Exhale, press your way back up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. 2 more of those, please. Deep breath in. Exhale, feel the heels getting heavy. And another. Breathe in. While you're exhaling, look forwards. Make your way up to your hands. Half lift, extend out long. Fold forwards. Send your hands overhead, deep breath into the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go again. Inhale, circle your hands up. Keep your strong legs, quads and glutes active. Exhale, fold down. Half lift, the hands can stay lower as long as your back flattens out. Chaturanga, step back. Slow descent, knees up or down. Remember to shift forwards, elbows stay stacked over the wrists. Cobra, or if you feel like it, up dog, tops of the feet pressed down, heart shining forwards, thighs up. Downward facing dog. Settle into the breath. Make sure your foundations feel strong. Hands not too close, feet not too close. Keep pushing through the arms, shoulders elevated. Another full breath. Gathering the feet up together, take a breath in. Exhale, look forwards, walk, step or jump up to your hands. Half lift when you get to the top. Exhale, fold down. Circle the hands overhead, breath in. Hands to heart, exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. Big toes touch, but your heels stay apart, a half inch or inch. Hands to prayer. Sit your way down. Weight rocks back into your feet, toes nice and light. Hands go up, please, yogis. We'll create a little bit of fire in the legs here, sitting back and down. Breathing in. Exhale, lower. Breathe in. When you exhale, straighten out your legs, lift your right knee up, hug your elbows back into fists in the hands. Inhale, sit back down into chair. Other side, when you stand, lift the left knee, straighten out your right leg, elbows hug in by your sides. Inhale, sit back down, chair. Exhale, right knee up, elbows hug back. Inhale, chair, sit back and down. Exhale, left knee hugs up. Whoop. And sit back down. One more time each side. Exhale, elbows hug back, right knee high. Inhale, back down. Exhale, left knee high. Hips low, hands high. Exhale, fold forwards. Remember your blocks are your friend in this pose. Take a couple of breaths, stretching into the back of your legs. Inner thighs feel like they're spiraling back, just a hair. Keep your spine long and neutral. Let's use some of that heat to start to stretch, and then we'll add some balance into. Halfway lift. Fingertips to the ground, step your right foot back. Now, if you get a little bit of discomfort when you have pressure in your knee, you can pop a blanket underneath that right knee as we come into low lunge. And this can stay here as we go through these next 2 rounds. It'll be in just the right spot for you. Hands to prayer, Anjaneyasana. Hips moving forwards and down, heart rising up. Just another couple of breaths. Proud in the chest. Left hip feels like it's hugging back. Right hip feels like it's hugging forwards. It gives you that little bit of stability in your posture. Place your left hand onto your left knee. Right hand to the floor. Once your right hand has made it there, spiral your left up to the sky for a twist. Your right can be on your fingertips. You can have your palm flat. Breathe into the twist. Ardha Hanumanasana, the half splits. You might use your blocks in this if your legs feel on the tighter side. Shift your hips back and stack your right hip right over the knee. Stretch your left leg to straight and flex your foot. Think chest forwards towards your toes and bow down until you feel a stretch. If you're using the blocks, put them right underneath your shoulders. So they're just extensions of your arms. If you're comfortable without blocks, of course you can have your fingertips on the floor. Another lengthening breath. Exhale, fold deeper into that hamstring stretch. Good, yogi. Bend into your front knee. And we'll step forwards with the right foot until it comes behind the left. So you'll cross your ankles, right foot to the outside of your left foot and fold forwards. This is an IT band stretch for the outside of your right leg. Use your blocks if you'd like, or the hands on the floor. Another full breath. We're going to stand and keep our feet crossed. Rise up, find your balance. The leg that's in front, that's your left leg. Please lift that up towards your chest and take your right hand to hold the front of the knee. Once you've got that secure, point your left toes. Start to turn your chest to the left, look out to the left, and reach that left hand back, revolved hand to knee pose. Look as far back as you can, work your balance here, yogi. Hold 3. Nice and strong, straight through the right leg. 2. If you fall out, make your way back in again. Give it your best. Wobbles are part of it. Turning forwards, hands to prayer. Keep your left knee up. Really working the right leg here. Bow forwards on the right hip, stretch your left leg back. Warrior 3 variation. Keep your hands in a prayer position. Lift the left leg as close to parallel to the ground as possible. Squeeze into that left glute and point through the toes. Right leg is still straight and strong. If you're losing your balance, your blocks or the floor can give you an assist. Keep the ribs hugging up. Deep breath in and out. One more here. Very controlled. Step your left foot to the back. Land as lightly as you can. And we'll slowly lower the left knee down, once again to a blanket or to the floor. Lower forwards and down, low lunge. Puff the chest up, shoulders onto your back. Another full breath. Right hand to your knee, left hand to the floor. Once you've found the ground with your left hand, right hand up to the sky. Spinal twist. Release your right hand down. Once again, don't be afraid to use your blocks in this half Hanuman. The half splits, left hip over the knee. Right leg straight with your foot flexed. Lengthen your spine out and reach the center of your chest towards your toes. Use your blocks as extensions of your arms, or rest your hands underneath the shoulders on the floor. Shift forwards into the right knee. Bend into it. Tuck your back toes, lift up. Cross your left leg behind your right, both legs straighten out. Fold forwards, outside of the left leg stretch. Good job, yogi. We're going to rise up, maintain your balance. Make sure your blocks aren't anywhere in your way if you were to tumble out of your standing balance. You're still cross-legged, your right leg is in front. You're going to lift your right knee up in front of you. Use all of your left foot to help you balance. Take your left hand to the right knee. Hold on to it. Point your right toes down to the floor. Stand up a little taller, turn your chest to the right, and start to reach your right hand straight back. Looking as far back towards that right thumb as you are able to. Left leg staying strong. Hold 3. Rotate strongly. 2. 1. Turn forwards. Prayer up the hands. Keep your knee lifted and come into Warrior 3 variation. Hinge on this left hip. Right leg starts to stretch straight back, lifting up about parallel to the ground if possible. Square your outer right hip down and lift the inner right thigh up. Left leg is strong, straight. Core engaged, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha active. And with control, you'll soften your left knee, step your right foot as far back as possible, high lunge. You might need to wiggle your left foot to the left. Hands up, overhead, high lunge. Round 2, we go a little bit deeper. Puff the chest up, breathe in. Prayer twist, hands to prayer. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. You can always use your left hand to get a good grip there and rotate, sternum up towards the thumbs. Looking down for balance, to the side for a neutral, or up for more challenge. Keep your right thigh extra strong in this. Good, one more breath. Looking down, spiral out, hands down, shorten up until you come into pyramid, not quite as long as the lunge. Blocks, again, are really useful in this pose to get good alignment. Chest forwards, bow down. Both legs are straight in pyramid. Ready to balance? Move your blocks so they're not in the way. We'll step forwards, crossing your right leg behind your left. Bowing down for a moment, IT band stretch. Stand your way up, please, yogi. And we'll lift the left knee up. Once again, right hand to left knee is an option here. If you'd like to challenge your balance and use your hamstring length a little bit more, hold the inside of your left foot, with your right hand. Start to kick that foot straight forwards and up, both legs straight. It's also okay to have a bend in this knee if you need to, and the left knee if you need to. Left leg as straight as possible, left hand behind you, look back. We'll hold 3. Heart is high, 2. And 1, coming out carefully to the center. Warrior 3. Left leg goes back, hands to prayer for a start while you get your balance. This is good, or you can stretch your hands forwards if you want that little bit of extra work involved. Ribs hug up. Everything as parallel to the ground as possible. 2, reach. 1, high lunge, step your left foot back. Land it light. It's a never-ending flow, yogis. Come on up with the chest. Deepen into your lunge. Hands to prayer. Lift your elbows high. Left elbow to right knee. Remember, you can use your right hand to assist you in that left elbow to right knee connection. Then press into prayer, rotating your sternum towards your thumbs. Left leg straight. Look up past your right arm if you can. Look down if you need the stability. Shortening up as you unravel. Pyramid pose. Parsvottanasana. Left heel is down, both legs are straight, spine is long. Start to bow down, using your blocks to bring the ground up to you, if you wish. Shifting forwards, cross your left ankle behind your right, fold. Cross-legged forward fold. Standing up. Establish balance first. Establish your breath. Lift your right knee up, find your grip, left hand to right knee. If you feel like going that little bit extra, you can take left hand to inside of your right foot. Start to kick your right foot forwards to straighten out that leg, reaching it up and forwards. Rotate to the right. Remember, it's okay to keep a bend in the knee. It's preferable to have a bit of a bend in the knee than to lose your alignment in your spine and left leg. Everything as straight as possible. 3, 2, continue to rotate and look back. 1, warrior 3, unravel it carefully. Hands can start at prayer. Right leg stretches back. Bow down, engage your left quad. If you'd like to add the extra in this pose, hands stretch forwards, reach for your fingers and toes. If you wobble out, make your way back in. You're nearly there. Big breath in. Landing as smoothly as possible in your high lunge. Breathe in. Float your hands down either side of your left leg. Step your way back, downward facing dog. Settle in. See how everything feels. See how your breath feels. See how your legs feel. Your energy overall. Start to slow your breath down. This practice has been focused on the legs and your spine, so we'll cool down with some hip stretches to make us even. Shift forwards, bring your right knee forwards to your right wrist. Cut the foot across your mat and come into pigeon pose. Walk your left foot back. Your right heel can be tucked in close to your hip flexor, or if you have a little bit more flexibility in your hips, external rotation, that foot can be further towards the front of the mat. Square everything forwards. Resist the urge to slouch onto that right hip. Keep squared. Puff the chest up. And we'll soften down to the forearms. You can even rest your head down on your hands or on your block in this. We'll take 5 breaths. Feel your breath slowing down. Feel your shoulders relax. Soften the hips. Good. Come on up. Press your way back up to your downward facing dog. Pedal your legs. Looking forward, slide your left knee to your left wrist so it's towards the outside of your mat. The left foot comes across. Walk your right foot back. Puff up the chest. Once again, a reminder to not fall onto this outer left hip. Keep squared. You might get a little closer to the ground or you could be up. Start to bring your forearms down and rest your head on your hands or on your block or on the floor. 5 breaths. As if you could breathe into your outer hip, into that left hip. Perfect, Yogi. Come on up slowly, hands to the mat. Final time in downward facing dog. Step your way back. Pedal the legs to loosen them. Lower down to your knees. And you can cross your ankles to come to sitting, or you can put your feet out to one side. I'm going to turn to face you guys. And if you'd like to, please elevate your hips on a blanket. We'll do a low back side stretch. If you elevate the hips, it's going to be much more comfortable. Stretch your right leg out to straight. Keep your left foot tucked in Janu Shasana. Rotate, please, to your left knee. Stretch your left hand high. And bring your left hand across towards the direction of your right foot. You can use your right arm to give you a little bit of leverage, keeping your chest rotated up towards the sky. It can be tempting to bow down to get the hand closer, but you won't feel as an effective stretch alignment-wise. So I recommend being up in openness to feel this stretch. A couple more breaths here. Carefully rise. Come on out. Tuck your right foot in. Stretch your left out. Same thing on the other side. Right foot to inner left thigh. Adjust your seat. Make sure you're upright in your spine. Turn to your right knee. Right hand high. Breathe in. And when you exhale, bring your left hand inside your left leg and start to reach your right hand towards your left foot. Use that pressure of left arm inside of left leg to rotate the left collarbone to the sky. Breathe into your right waist and ribs. Rise up, bending your right elbow to help you up. Bring both feet back in. We'll lower down to our backs. You can move your blanket out of the way now. You may use it as a pillow later on, but not right yet if you can help it. Lower to your back, feet close, feet close to your bum. Hands by your sides. We'll elevate the hips, pushing through all 4 corners of the feet, coming into bridge pose. Keep your gaze up at the sky or close your eyes. If you're not sure how this pose looks, come out of it before looking sideways, just to protect your neck and shoulders here. Squeeze into the glutes, lifting them, pushing into the feet. Tailbone towards your knees. Another deep breath here. Into your belly, into your ribs. As you exhale, slowly roll down your back. Pause, take a deep breath. We'll take a second round of that. There's the option to go a little bit deeper for the shoulders if you wish. Feet remain close to your bum. Push down through all four corners of the feet. Elevate the hips. Elongate the low back. And if you'd like to go deeper, interlace your hands. Clasp them together behind you. Press your little fingers towards the earth. You can even come up onto the upper arms if you wish, giving you a deeper shoulder stretch here. Keep your gaze neutral or eyes closed. Keep some of the weight through the feet. If the knees want to flare outwards, maintain alignment as much as possible of hips, knees, and toes. Another full breath in. Releasing your grip, coming back onto the upper back if you're on your arms. Slowly descend to the floor. Pause here. Relax your back. See if the low back can melt down towards the floor. And we'll twist to finish. Stretch your left leg out to straight. Bring your right knee in, give it a hug. Place your right toes on the ground. Move your hips to the right, just an inch or two. Bring your right knee across and twist here. You can stretch your right arm straight or in a cactus. You can look to the right if you want to stretch your neck. You can close your eyes. Your right knee doesn't have to touch the ground in this, but try to keep your shoulders close to the ground. Bring the right knee back up to the middle. Realign your spine. Bring your left knee towards you. Stretch your right leg straight. Hug your knee in for a moment. Give it a squeeze. Your breath evening out. Getting a little bit more regular from after your practice. Release your left toes to the ground. Use them to move your hips a couple of inches to the left. Guide your left knee to the right side of your space. Reach your left arm out straight or in a cactus shape in 90-degree bends. Shoulders nice and heavy towards the earth. You can look left if you wish. Feel everything relax in the hips and the legs, in your shoulders and your face. Lift back up to the center. Realign your hips. Hug your knees into your chest. Final squeeze here, rock side to side across your low back. If there's anything you need to do to complete your practice, this would be a good time to do so. If you're feeling ready to relax for a few moments, let's stretch out to Savasana. If you have a bolster or even your blanket can be under the knees as you stretch them out. Also remember to cover up with a blanket if it's chilly where you are or if you tend to stay on the cooler side. Let's wiggle around a little, make sure your shoulders are under you, your hips are comfortable. Close down your eyes. Turn your palms to face up by your sides. Sweet Savasana. Relax your feet and into your lower legs. They were so strong in your practice, now they can relax. Soften your thighs up into the glutes and the pelvis, releasing any tension that's held there. Relax your belly. Soften the middle of your back and your shoulders into your mat. Relax your hands, forearms, upper arms, and the shoulders again. Make sure the back of your neck feels comfortable. The jaw relaxed. Face relaxed, the cheeks and the nose and the forehead, and let your eyes become still and soft. Allow your attention yogi to settle on the gentle movement of your belly as you breathe, and give yourself permission to be still. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken. Starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath. Stretch like first thing in the morning, arms overhead or out to your sides. Point through your toes, deep breath in. And a big sigh out. Bend your knees. Walk your feet closer to you. And roll to rest on your side. You can use your arm as a pillow or rest your head on the mat. Push your way up to a comfortable seat. Cross-legged or kneeling. Bring your hands up to Namaskar or prayer position in front of you. Thank yourself for coming to your mat, for taking time to move your body, to breathe and to be still. Together, let's take a deep breath in, lift up your heart. Exhale and bow the head. Thank you for your practice, Yogi. Namaste.